Okay, before we run, should we attempt to do an intro?
Okay, I think we should.
I am stuck with I'm Andrea and I don't know what I'm doing, but I have a lot of questions.
Yeah. I'm Jessica, and like today I
Ooh.
have a lot of, I don't know, it felt like I had a lot of answers and questions. I don't know. Maybe it's
Yeah.
how expert are we feeling?
Ooh, I like that. I'm I think the video version of the store tour is fun. I mean, it's chaotic, but I like it a lot. I like that Keaton is the new guest star. I think that that's a lot of fun. But I do think for anyone who listens when the audio is posted, we should do some kind of intro, which I just am so bad at. I
I
mean,
know.
I like today we get to see that, like, I get to finally see for the first time the
Yes.
inside of the store. How do you introduce the store to people?
Usually, if somebody's coming in, I'll say, "Welcome. Thank you so much for coming in." And I'll ask how they heard about us sometimes. And I'll say, "Look around and just tell me if you have any questions." We have products that you can refill your own container. So we always encourage you to bring your own container. But we do have this free shelf that you can snag any container from the community and you can fill as little or as much as you'd like. I'll read vibes. It's a lot of
Mm.
vibe reading, but
Oh, hello. This is Lucy. This is her
Hi.
rug. Hi, girly.
I love the video that you posted the other day about people saying so many sweet things as you like walk in.
Girl. So she lays right here. And this is, of course, like where the checkout or scale is and checkout area is.
Yeah.
And so she lays right there. And if I don't have my head up and see somebody walking in, it sounds like they're just talking to me the whole time. Like, okay, well, bye. See you. I'm like, oh, hello. And I look up and I'm like, okay, they're just talking to Lucy. I'm literally chopped liver.
Wah, wah.
Womp womp.
Oh my gosh.
We love a good chalkboard too.
Yeah, how often do you change it?
I'm trying to do it monthly because I just now finally wrote down how to calculate that number
Oh,
so
okay.
my staff can do it. And so that I'm not the only one who's responsible for it and that they can do it and update it monthly. But if it was up to me alone, I would probably only be doing it once a quarter.
Yeah. I think when I talked to
And
you
obviously, it's the end of
for,
November.
yeah, when I talked to you for Capitalism for Good, I think that you might not have updated it since like the summer
Yeah.
or something when you took over. Oh, for anyone who's listening and not watching the tour,
Oh my God. Yeah.
what does your sign say and what's your number?
Okay, so the chalkboard says that as of October 9th, 2025, we've saved about 118,154 containers from the landfill, essentially.
That's
um,
so exciting.
and yes, that is calculated basically by like a big formula for how many refills, how many containers that we're taking in for the free shelf, and a lot of the bar products can replace
Yeah.
containers too, or are package free. So yeah, that number just keeps climbing.
How did you figure out that equation? Is it something that like multiple refill people share, or did you have to like sit down and really be like, okay, these are the products, this is the math?
Yeah, eventually I did. Emma, the previous owner, did the same thing that I did, but it
Mm.
just like wasn't written down. So it was only in our brains.
Yeah.
And so once we wrote down the formula, now it's like, okay, it just makes sense, but it's really difficult because sometimes the apps and systems just aren't accurate. So I noticed there was a huge discrepancy because it was showing that I didn't sell any laundry liquid for a while. And I'm looking at the reports, I'm trying to, talk to customer service, and they're just like, well, how do you know? And I'm like, I know because you're telling me I sold zero of my highest selling products that I just sold like 128 ounces of or something. So I'm like, I know, don't worry. And now I figured out the app that we use for weights is going to be the most accurate.
Okay.
And then Shopify, the app that has like the sales reporting and everything, has that data, but the inventory tracking is off.
Mm.
So it was a lot of also utilizing our Facebook group, the Zero Waste Shops of the US and Canada, because other people were having the same issue. Like there's only one app essentially for all of us to use for the weights.
Yeah.
So somebody else had to have this issue. And yeah, it sounds like a lot of us were spending a lot of time on customer service trying to figure something out based on just like pure experience and knowing that the data is wrong.
It's frustrating.
So sometimes it is with things like that. I held it kind of close to my chest at first because I didn't trust it, knowing that it was right and my eyes were on it. And even now, more so, I'd probably, double check. Or if something came out real funky, like all of a sudden we saved over 100,000 in a month, then that sounds a little bit wrong.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, the data sometimes doesn't match up. Okay.
It's frustrating.
More tour.
Yeah.
So we have everybody, when you first come in, everybody gets, the weight on the scale. This is my mess of pom-poms that my employee and I made the other day.
I love that.
That I'm going to hang, I think, into snowballs up here.
Oh, I like that.
It's just fun.
I like the workstation that it's right behind the front desk so that people can see what you guys are working on.
Yes. And it used to be a doctor's office too. So the reception area can sometimes feel that vibe. And then where these like white trim pieces are, this was like all wall. Like it was 6 rooms essentially.
Yeah.
And then we busted down the walls to make it just one big open floor plan.
Did that happen before you took over? Did Emma do that, or did you do that once you were in charge?
I did it once I was in charge because this is actually a new location.
Okay.
Our previous location was downtown, and this is a little bit further out of town, but it does offer so much more for us. And it's something I really think about for just now being a small business owner in general is like, where is the best place to be? I don't know.
Yeah. And then does that change over time?
Yes. And so I can see for this area specifically geographically, like really changing a lot. And I think there's opportunity here and there could be opportunity anywhere. But until this type of shopping or until we're at a point where we can be even more of a one-stop shop for people, it's going to feel a little inconvenient if it's not in a centralized location for you.
Yeah.
Which could be you could say that for everyone.
Right. Yeah. This is so cute. I love all of your setups and more chalkboards.
More chalkboards. I learned that you should not use normal chalk because they will very easily erase because like bags will be hitting things here.
Yeah.
So you want to use the chalk marker to not have those get wiped off. And then I do like it because this window, I see people like peeking in all the time and reading what the menu is over here or just seeing what we have. And most recently, my staff person, who's also named Jess, created these signs for us. And I think that's really important for wayfinding too, so that you just can visually see everything and even know what we have, even if you're not in that section of the store. I think that like adds a really big element.
Yeah.
And Keegan and I actually were talking about doing this when we first moved in April of 2024, and did it just now happen in the summer of 2025? Sure did. So that's like, if you think about it, the timeline for things for me sometimes.
Yeah.
Markers to make that happen.
A lot of markers and cardboard saved, like literally storing, this is the good cardboard box.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good point. So all of those signs are all made from repurposed like boxes from shipments and stuff?
Oh yeah, yeah. And these
Nice.
little like trees, the trees Emma made and just hung them and glued them with twine. And then yeah, repurposed that like it's just cardboard and that's all you kind of need. And it's funny, I do see a lot of people at the farmers market using a lot of
Hi. Okay, for anyone who's just listening and not watching, you have to
yeah.
watch because then you get to see Lucy and you get to see the tour and you get to see all the crafts and it's just the
Yes.
best.
Oh, we might have to go over and just double check on what we're mentioning that is in the video that maybe that you might not be seeing if you're not watching.
I'm
So
already
I guess,
thinking
yeah,
that I should do whenever this gets posted, I should do the video and just do it as a free one so everyone can see. Can I ask,
and
does
okay.
Lucy the shop dog come with you every day?
Not every day. She comes with me when I can't be home for 8 hours.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think I bring her more because people will come in with their kids or even themselves and she makes their day.
Yeah.
So I feel bad when she's not here. And this is
Oh my
this is
gosh,
her food
this
bowl.
I love it. I love how much true repurposing you have that her food bowl is a little Christmas mug. So cute. Oh, she's adorable.
So she does get to come with me often. And thankfully, sometimes we do get cats in here too, I will say.
Okay.
And we've had 2 cat guests in the store so far.
Are those like
But
customers
that's about
coming
the
in
extent of
or
the animals we
employees
got.
bringing their cats in?
Great question. um,
Or just stray cats that you're like, come in, foster
just
away.
stray cats. Yeah. No, it is. I had a cat, typical dog trope too. She hates delivery drivers. She hates them.
Well, now she is
And
probably
even
even more angry with them.
very true, very true. And they're always very kind to her and whatnot, but she is literally heinous and evil towards them. I don't know why.
Oh,
But anywho, the cats, one of them was my best friend's. She was in the vet in the area, came by.
yeah.
And then another one is like a co-parenting situation, I guess. I don't know. I have
Yeah.
another cat that just my friend was going by in his van and had the cat with him. So
Oh.
brought the cat in and hung out. And it's funny because he immediately went to the cat toys and was like sitting in the shelf and sitting behind the cat toys. And a customer came in and it was just like a perfect like movie situation of like this cat just hanging out and customers being very surprised by that.
Oh my gosh, I love that so much.
Yeah.
Perfect product placement.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Did you do all the painting and stuff yourself of the walls?
I did. I did. Painted this wall. Everything before was just this like blue, and it is pretty high ceilings in here. So I just painted as other things are happening that we could do or like couldn't be in that area. I would just start painting. So there really wasn't a big plan other than like I knew I liked these colors. There's some colors that are definitely the color of the previous store, along with black was a big theme too. And then obviously all the tables and furniture are the same, which are all just repurposed doors.
Cool.
They are so heavy and so sturdy, but like this is a door, you know, and just like cut it in half and then all the metal piping, make sure that like it can all be safely up there because it could get really heavy. And there are some that actually bow a little bit, but yeah, really it's like I just wanted those colors and then wherever I wasn't able to go to, I just filled in from there and started painting. And for some reason, I don't know, I felt really drawn to these like arches kind of thingy. And then also just didn't want to paint the whole wall. So
Yeah.
it was literally just adding accents and like just a design, because I also don't have much hanging on the walls other than these shelves, and that's kind of it for what's mounted into the walls. But that could also definitely be another area that helps things space out more,
Yeah.
is like adding shelves and just really strategic and sturdy furniture. But for now, we're still living on the reuse life.
Yeah. Did you make all of those tables out of repurposed doors, or is there someone locally that does that?
Actually, Emma and her dad did it.
Oh,
So they are pretty, handy, crafty family.
yeah.
And I'm pretty sure she mentioned that she got them for free,
Oh,
like the doors for free. And then I'm sure like these are just real steel pipes, and
yeah.
turned it into basically like probably valued at $100 per table.
Yeah, easily. Yeah.
And I did, when I closed the second store over in Plymouth, I then had an abundance of tables and actually just ended up giving them away for pretty cheaply to this guy who was having this like insanely large garage sale, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
And he bought them, took them off my hands, and that saved me so much because there was no way I could move them again by myself.
Yeah. You know what I just thought would be kind of cool, since you have the camera and you kind of started doing this when we first
Yeah.
started before I derailed you. But can you like pretend to be a customer, walk in like with your container, start at the scale, and then like over
Yes.
like show people like this is what you do if you've never been to a refill shop before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keegan, do you want to be an actor? Okay. Grab a container. I'll do for
Should
my
we
point
have
of view.
Keegan introduce himself?
Yes.
Okay, I'll just walk in like I'm here.
But okay. We'll
You'll have to point me to the free containers.
okay.
Tell me to bring one in.
I will have to point you to the free containers. Great question. That's perfect, because then you can say, "Hey, I forgot my container. What do I do?"
Okay, first we'll have Lucy greet. Ready?
Yes. Hello. Welcome.
Hello, doggy. Is this Lucy that I've heard about?
This is Lucy.
Hi. Oh, the shop dog.
Lucy the shop dog. She does have a sign. Actually, I forgot to post it. Sorry. Lucy on duty.
Oh.
So I've heard about your store, and I really, really need some hand soap.
Hand soap.
I know I'm supposed to bring my own container, but I totally forgot.
Oh, that's okay. We actually have a free shelf that is over on this wall over here, and all of these containers are clean and ready and sanitized for you to
Oh my
use.
gosh, look at them all.
Oh my gosh, they're so pretty. And there's even a little sticker that I can put on to remind you to refill back here.
I never even considered all of these containers I could reuse.
Oh my gosh, well, what kind of container do you want your hand soap in?
Maybe this old hand soap container.
Great. You know what?
But should we weigh it?
We're gonna weigh it. It is weighed already if it has a number on the bottom, but we can weigh it to double check.
This looks like this will be perfect. Is this the scale?
This is the scale. All right, 2-2. This is my moment.
Okay, great.
And then I write down 2-2 hand soap. And then this is because our system is not yet technology advanced yet to connect my scale to my iPad. So
Okay.
I'd have to ring in every single product that you're getting and refill, and then do all the weights in a separate screen. Or we can just like do it as we go and do this like math side of it as people are filling, or if they don't know what they want to put in it, that's fine too, because like we could just I don't know why I'm looking at it through the camera. But this sticker, we can write the tear weight on it, or again, we just like put it on the bottom so that somebody knows that they can just grab it.
Yeah.
Fun fact about foaming hand soap too.
Yeah.
Do you know, Keegan?
No, I've not heard.
All you do is actually you just fill it a third of the way with soap and then the rest with water.
Oh, cool.
Should we see how much that costs?
Sure.
Okay.
Also,
Oh,
if that alone isn't a sell for refill shops versus buying foaming hand soap at a store, I don't know what is.
Okay. I know, right? Guess how many hand soaps that we have?
Ooh,
it seems like a lot.
It seems like a lot.
Yeah.
And you have a favorite one right now.
I've never been here before.
Oh,
You might be confusing me with someone else.
yeah, you look familiar.
I get that a lot. Let's let.
Yeah, well,
these
yeah.
are the samples.
Those
Like that I can smell.
Please, yep, open that up and smell it, and it'll show a good idea of what the scent is. Ooh, we have a lot of seasonal right now. Actually, 3
So
seasonals.
this is called warm flannel,
Warm
and
flannel.
it literally is making me think about being in a warm flannel by a campfire
Oops.
or by a fire,
By a fire.
but clean, really clean, like a
Yeah.
really
It is
clean,
clean. I
warm
like it.
flannel. And then there's spiced vanilla, and then there's Crystal Creek.
Crystal Creek, which we only got about, I would say, 3 or 4 gallons left. And it's kind of crazy because I got 30 gallons of the warm flannel hand soap this time, and we only have that's probably 7 gallons left. And I think I'll have to order another before. Actually, no, I can't. That's out now because it's now. That was a fall scent. This was a summer scent.
Mm.
And now they switched over to winter. So the next batch of hand soap that I get will be a winter vibes
Okay.
that I'll have to choose.
So do I take it from here?
Actually, since your container's so small, just pump it from the growler.
Okay.
And
you said a third?
I would only fill it a third of the way, yeah. And then if you do want it foamier, though, you could fill it more. Not impressed.
That looks pretty.
That's a lot.
A lot. Okay. So now I put the top on.
Yep. Put the top back on. So we have the growlers up here. This is a growler, glass growler, like in the brewery world.
Yeah.
And we have one up here that you can fill from, and then the full drum down below. Because these pumps, they turn like this, and then you pump it up and down with this, and it acts like a well system.
Yeah.
But it's more efficient than this. And it fills way faster, but it also allows for more waste and spills because almost all of these things will eventually leak too and just drip. And some things might be in a little bit different containers depending on the batches. Like these 3 drugs here are all concentrates. So that's actually technically a lot of product, even though it's kind of low here.
Yeah.
Same thing with a couple other products, but really eventually this laundry in January, February, this will just be on the machine.
Okay.
So it'll be hopefully pumping from the machine, from the drum to the machine to your container, in which you're just pressing a button and then putting your container under to refill. And it's not doing anything that we just did. We're just not weighing anything. You're just choosing the amount based on what I set it as, almost like what the most common frequency is, I think. And then no mess, no waste, just a very quick, easy, accessible experience, hopefully.
That is fancy. We'll have to do a version 2 when your machine's in.
I know, when that's there. Yeah. Okay, so of course a side quest.
Gift boxes too.
Oh, yes.
This is a good idea for
this is another.
Some of my friends that might not have any idea what any of this stuff is yet.
Yes.
Like a bamboo toothbrush.
This is a cute little mask that's made in Traverse City. It's powder, so you mix it with some type of liquid to make it into a paste. And then we actually have refillable perfume. And I can pop the top off of this roller and refill it. And then these cute soaps are made locally. We have, a pet bundle, pet wash bar, and toothbrush. And
I've heard of these folks, the candle makers.
Where am I? Candles, I take these jars back for her, and then
Oh, nice.
she continuously reuses them or repurposes them in some way. And she's local. I just saw her actually at a market this weekend.
I've heard of this soap, Kiana. Here's a good picture of the soap maker.
Yeah.
She's
So lots of soap. If you can, cut
Yeah.
your own soaps.
Okay, cool.
That's a cool feature and usually is more economical. I think just per ounce it is. And you can choose how much you want.
Nice.
And then, yeah, we just continuously are stocked up for soap season and gift giving season.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that was
really dirty. Would you mind if I cash out?
Oh my God, yeah. And so now we'll reweigh it and find the final weight. So 7.2, and so minus 2.2, obviously. So that's 5 ounces of soap.
Okay.
And so I'm using my iPad right now, so I can't fully check you out. So 5 ounces of soap, that is a scented soap. So it's 45 cents an ounce. That is $2.25.
Cool. Can you put it on my tab?
No. I'm just kidding. Actually, and you filled it really a lot.
And
so
then
filled it like halfway.
And you even have some bags and boxes here to put things in too.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
So
I could just like carry my all out in this recycled box.
Yes, and I like the offer boxes too because I'm terrified somebody's going to spill something in their car on the way home because like the caps aren't all the way, or some people are really attached to their bottles no matter how like broken they are.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's going to leak. So use a box.
It's not really my first time here. And she was just describing me. I'm very attached to my reusable bottles and glass jars that I have. And that's part of my routine is to bring them all in here, as many customers do, and fill them with our very favorite products. Occasionally, I'm going to try something new if Jessica sells me on it, because she's always inventing something new around here.
Oh my gosh. What was the last thing that I recommended to you that you were like, no, I don't want to like it, but you do like it?
Probably the shampoo bar.
A shampoo bar.
Yeah. I'm a shampoo bar convert myself.
Yeah. Toilet cakes were something that was weird, and that's something I can't live without now.
What's a toilet cake?
We make certain products, and to answer your question briefly, a toilet cake is basically a bath bomb for your toilet, and we make it here in house, and they bubble up and smell like peppermint and tea tree oil. And a lot of shops have their own versions of these, and you will see a lot of this type of product in a refill store because it's literally the cleanest ingredients that you can think of. It's not blue dyed toilet bowl cleaner that you don't really know what's in it. Like, it is the easiest thing, and it's safe for septic. And just, I like to put those out too on the back of my toilet for like just aroma, like you can smell them really easily, so then somebody can just like plop one in, or it's not a really strong candle, or not Febreze, I don't know if I'm even allowed to say that, but Febreze.
We make the rules here. I say yes.
I know. Exactly. I also make the dishwasher powder now and this section. So I make the oxygen booster, the laundry powders, and I think that's all my powder situations.
I love that.
But another bonus of this space is that I can now have a making room. So if you remember the first 5 minutes, I showed 2 doors to the room, or to the whole building, I guess. And this has turned into my like making area so that I can make the toilet cakes and bath bombs and shower steamers. I also make the dry shampoo, cast iron conditioner. I'm working on an all natural Goo Gone. Did I give you a sample of it yet?
No, I need that. I do need that.
I will give you a sample of that.
That would help remove stickers from jars.
So much, yeah. It's amazing. And then I also sorry for the mess. I had my employee test a batch of the toilet cakes with washing soda instead of baking soda, and it just, I don't think it really worked, but
you
that
tried.
is our test. a test batch, you know?
Yeah.
Test batch. I did plop one in earlier, and I stood in the bathroom for a really long time staring at the toilet before I was like, I think I have to move. It does fizz. Yeah.
While we're by Keegan again, I want to know what's his favorite containers that he won't let go of.
Okay, can I name names of what the bottle was though?
Sure.
Yeah.
Is it Dr. Braun? Dr. Bronner's makes their big Castile soap, liquid Castile soap in a plastic container, and I found that along with a new trigger on top is unreal.
Oh, I made that for you. Didn't we? Weren't we messing with that one day? Yeah. We were trying to find what tops could fit on other bottles that still made them usable.
Yeah, we sell what are those called? Triggers.
Triggers, yeah.
So that's one of my favorites is the big plastic bottles. And then I have some what's that, all-in-one, all for one, or all body. I don't know. Like a standard plastic pump hand soap thing that has like a black trigger on it. And then a lot of my things I've converted to glass for cleaning products. So you can even use mason jars.
Yeah.
Do you have any of those the mason jar tops? Okay, so that's like a fun product is that they're making more and more attachments for mason jars. So they are making more just storage lids in general, just a simple thing that you can make it a pour spout then. And then these ones that turn them into the pumps and a sprayer or even like a cold brew filter. You stick it into the mason jar and make your own cold brew. So it's really fun to stay on top of those things, I think.
I personally need that cold brew filter. I make cold brew myself, and I'm like straining out the beans every morning.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, there's this stainless steel filter, which this is where can get really tricky when you're picking things out and piecing together options too for stores like this, not made in the United States. And it's kind of rare to find stainless steel stuff made in the United States, whereas this brand is made in the United States, actually. Obviously, that's not a cold brew filter, but the option that we do carry is actually this thing called a coffee stock. And this is made in the United States with cotton grown in the United States. It's fully compostable at the end of its life, blah, 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 blah. So it is kind of a puzzle piece sometimes for what do people like and are looking for, or what even is the best option that we have right now. Sometimes it feels like we're just doing or can have to choose just the least bad thing, right?
Right. Yeah.
Even right now, I'm torn because we're standing in front of them. I'm really torn on restocking these food huggers because they are a little bit of a slower seller for us, and they aren't made in the United States. I'm also been really curious about silicone in general lately because what happens to it. So that is something that it's not my priority to stock right in this moment, but is in the back of my head of thinking about it. Every single time I see that section.
How often are people coming in and asking you questions, which sends you down a rabbit hole? They're like, oh, I have a problem with avocados going bad or whatever. Or I like the beeswax wrap, but half the time they don't work. I bring up the beeswax wraps because I'm attempting to make my own right now. And I'm like,
oh yeah.
So I don't have the right ratio. Have you done it?
I know.
Do you have a
I have not made them myself, but that's on my list to research to start seeing if I can do them myself, because we do buy them right now from Bees Wrap with the normal stuff. But
I feel like I'm half and half whenever I have bought them, where sometimes I'm like, oh, these work great. And sometimes I'm like, I cannot get this one to stick to itself. And then there is a local place near me that I can get the beeswax really cheaply and locally, but there's all these different oil ratios and stuff. Anyway, I digress.
That I don't know. I know it's hard. It seems so simple, and I'm like, I can do anything, and then I can't.
How maybe a better question is, how often are you testing out things like the toilet fizzers and stuff like that, of oh, maybe we can improve this recipe, or Meet something new.
I think that is happening less often than trying to problem solve for people or like people bringing up something to me. I would say the questions or asking for recommendations maybe happens daily where as the research and whatnot is more personally driven by me. And I can see my goal being in the next year to really be able to focus on that more and product development and making sure that we're providing consistency and not biting off more than we can chew, because once like something's inconsistent, especially with the powder products and the things that we're doing, you know, that can easily turn someone off if it's not consistent or if it's not as effective as we wanted it to be. And I just want to make sure that that's good in the next year. And I can also make more stuff. And I think that's just me, though, because I want to do that. I know some shop owners are like, absolutely not. I don't have a crafty bone in my body. I need to, you know, someone else can do this. And that's another thing that I feel torn about, too, is that it's like, I cannot make this product or like certain things are outside of my skill set. So that's where you outsource and you start outsourcing and using other companies. And like, I can't do it all. So I know I need to be realistic and only do stuff that I guess is going to work out well for us instead of just trying to do it all and not letting things go.
And also like looking around with all of the stuff in there, where are you refilling like the growlers and like your big drums and stuff like that?
Yeah, so the drums, depending on what it is, could last me quite a while. And so when I get those delivered, their homes are right here. And then once I have 8, I can send them back to the company and then they clean and keep refilling them too.
Oh, great. They're cleaning for you.
Yeah, it says like, oh, where's the sticker? I'm on tour.
I love that.
And that's on the big drum. And then these drums here for the laundry liquid, I pick up myself. So when they're empty, I'll load them. And I think I'm going to get a hitch attached to my car so that I can pull a trailer now.
Yeah.
And then, when I think things are getting low on some of the drums, then I'll start placing an order for the next round. And it's really nice. Our delivery driver, they pay to do the drop off in store. So he'll pull around back and we can go back there, I guess. He'll pull around back and unload it all for me and go through here. And this is another thing that is important because I know a couple other shops. Welcome to the back.
Yeah.
Back alley. Some of the other shops might have storage units and they keep their drums in a storage unit. And then we can thankfully have enough space here that we can accommodate the drums and keep scaling up on that front. Whereas our previous location too is really difficult to get deliveries. There was an elevator that apparently never worked and it was like a single person elevator. So you had to do one drum at a time. And so I never really thought about that, but this has also lended like nicely for us, I guess, to be able to just literally have the space to not only store things when they need to be sent back, but like just the large scale that you have to buy sometimes, I guess. While we're thinking of that too, like this is another way that closed loop happens too. Like this box is filled with a bunch of pouches that were pouches for our shampoos and conditioners here. And then instead of shipping like these huge containers that would take way more, the pouches are much more like fuel efficient and easier to ship. So then I think that there's like 30 pouches in here that at one time had 2.5 gallons each of product in it. And then we just get a shipping label from them and then send it back.
Nice.
Yeah.
Which is probably another reason why having storage space is helpful as you're like, okay, this box isn't full enough to send back yet. So
we're going to keep it here and like wait until it's full. Or I already started our collection of cornstarch peanuts for our candle maker. So this room in the back kind of turns into just like literal storage space for everything. Sometimes we have mismatched containers that need a lid. And so we'll just keep the lids in.
Yeah.
These are the orphans here. And so it's very satisfying, though, to find a lid for an orphan container or vice versa.
Yeah. How often are people bringing in containers to you?
Yes, good question. Over the weekend, well, I'll say I worked Friday and I had 2 huge boxes of containers at the end of my shifts that I think were about 30 to 40 containers.
Oh, wow.
Each. So that's like in one day. And so it's still here on Monday, ready to be going to the shelf because we're just too busy to get it on the free shelf yet. These are all sprayed with isopropyl alcohol and wait until they are dried. We'll also do some sniff tests sometimes and make sure that they're kind of okay. And yeah, it definitely fluctuates. I think it's funny when people see that the shelf is like empty or something and they kind of panic, and it's like, that's okay. That means that people are reusing maybe, or I'm hopeful that means, if there's a lot of containers on there right now, that means that maybe a lot of people brought their containers this weekend. And that's why it's so full. So it's kind of interesting to see that trend, but I don't really, I tell myself stories that might not make sense. Really. Yeah.
How about closing final question? What's your favorite part about the store?
My favorite part,
Or what is your next, aside from the machine, what's the next improvement that you've got kind of in the works?
Right now I'm really trying to focus on getting upgrades to our water systems.
Ooh.
I would love more energy efficient water heater. Right now we are operating on a very tiny one, provide refillable products. So if I were to be able to tell a vendor that hey, we can take in your bottles and we'll clean them then and continuously reuse them, then that might be more incentive for them to provide that to people. If we could do kind of maybe some of that legwork. So I'm looking at water right now and getting more access to that.
Ooh, that's a really great one.
Yeah. It's something I wouldn't have thought about before renting this space and before scoping places out either. So that's just high on my mind.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a good, very good point. This was so helpful. I loved this. And now I feel like I've been actually inside.
I know. Yeah, I realized we're always meeting on my day off and I'm never here. But this is, one day that it's a Monday, but I'm okay because I'm in here and I have tomorrow off. So I can catch up on emails tomorrow then.
Oh, what a bummer. You have to push off your emails for another day.
Darn, I'm going to hang snowballs instead of answer them.
I love the snowballs. You'll have to send photos when you're done with the snowballs.
Yeah, right.
Okay, I have to run. I'm going to let you go. I'm so excited to edit this one. It is going to be very fun. I feel like this will make a good social media tour, tour of the shop and stuff like that too.
It could. Yeah. I'm excited. This is fun.
Yeah. Okay, more to come. We'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.